tattoo artist here, Michael Manarino, and this is By Appointment Only, the tattooed podcast about tattoos, why we love them, why we hate them, and the magical relationship between artist and the person getting tattooed. Today's special guest is someone who is very, very near and dear to my heart, someone who I have definitely had many, many, many awesome conversations with about life and art and music and how crazy Los Angeles is. Andie Arbo is here, one of my favorite artists. You are now in the realm of making cool music videos and all that fun stuff. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself, Andie?
Yeah, my name's Andie. I'm from Virginia, but I've been in LA for like 10 years. And yeah, I'm I guess, multidisciplinary artist. I've dipped my toes in a lot of stuff, but a visual artist first and foremost. And yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. I feel like one of the biggest things you and I bonded over right away was art.
Yeah.
Much like another one of the guests here, our friend Joe that came on, you were another person that came into the shop and you were like, I don't usually get tattooed by men. Don't make it weird. Just be cool.
Yeah.
And obviously,
fuck this up.
Yeah,
exactly.
You got to know up front.
Yes. Another person that was very, very transparent and upfront, which is awesome. But I've done quite a lot of tattoos on you.
Yeah.
I've gotten to know you, and
Yeah.
you're just a rad person.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
stoked
it's
to
been a
have
few
you here.
years now. I was trying to think when the first time you tattooed me was.
Was it before the pandemic?
I don't remember.
I know this is going to sound very funny, but it was like a sunny day.
Yes.
Because I tattooed your hand first,
You did.
right?
Yeah.
And I remember like walking into the shop and being like, gonna do a hand tattoo today.
Yeah.
And was just like very excited.
Yeah.
And then I remember like talking to you up at the front counter and it was like sunny out. It just, I'm very sensitive to the sun.
Yeah. My head was shaved, so at least a couple.
That's right.
At least a few years. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Let's talk a little bit about tattoos and your
Yeah.
history as an artist and all that good stuff. So tell me, what was your first experience with, in a sense, realizing that you were artistic or that you had some sort of, you're sensitive to art?
Interesting. God, I mean, yeah, as long as I can remember, I would like paint my bedroom growing up. I would paint my walls. I would always like wear weird clothes to school that I would like cut clothes apart and sew them together in a different way. Yeah, so I think like really early on, I had the artist spirit or whatever you want to call it. People just thought I was like weird as fuck. And yeah, so forever.
Do you think when you were a kid, like what were you pulling inspiration from? Like you said, you wanted to cut up clothes, or you like to paint. I mean, we'll get into this more a little bit later, but you're very, very into like painting large spaces and creating large things.
Yeah.
Was there anything like as a kid that you were specifically pulling inspiration from?
Oh, interesting. I think I grew up really like bored by everything. Like everything was just like samey and not exciting to me. So I think part of it came from like wanting to find fulfillment in some way. And I think I'm an only child and spent a lot of time by myself, like chilling at home. Was a very latchkey kid. So I think I just was like, what can I do to like make this life fun and interesting?
That makes sense.
And yeah, and art did that for me.
Do you think that like, this is kind of jumping ahead a little bit, but you said something that was very interesting to me, that you felt that you were getting bored.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that way as an adult now? Like,
yes,
and do you think that's why you do so many things?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. I'm bored every 10 minutes.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know if I should tell this story, whatever.
We're here for it.
In an undetermined amount of time so that no one can try and like put two and two together. I was doing a tattoo and I thought to myself, I'm so bored right now. And it made me so like upset.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I need to push myself. Like I need to be a better artist. I need to not take on things that I don't. I mean, we'll just say it's when I decided I wasn't going to take on things that I didn't want to do anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't like feeling like that.
Yeah.
And like it's, especially when you're creative, feeling bored is a really gnarly feeling.
Yeah.
So you're obviously, you said, a little weird, creative, all that fun stuff at the time. And especially being in Virginia, were your parents supportive of it? Or were they kind of like, hey, let's be a normal girl?
I don't.
I mean, normal's obviously, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
That's so
I'm
funny.
sure if you have a girl who's a daughter who's kind of weird and is wearing crazy clothes, and you've
like,
got parents that are
yo.
just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I think they were supportive. I don't know that they fully like got me like what I was about and what I was trying to do. But they were supportive, and I also think like they worked a lot, so I kind of just felt like I was like I don't even really know. I was just kind of doing my own thing. I don't really
You were just like hanging out by yourself, being like, look at this sick outfit.
Talk that much. Yeah, like literally walking around my house alone in a dress made out of like grocery bags.
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, super weird.
Okay, do you remember off the top like any other wacky outfits that you made for yourself?
Not outfits, but what came to mind when you said that, I made a human-sized or a like sculpture of a human out of soda like pop tabs, and hot glue. I just like glued it together, and I'm sure my mom came home today and was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh, you were wild.
Yeah.
How old were you when you did this?
That was probably after my parents' divorce, so after middle school.
You're like, hey, someone pay attention to me.
Please, yeah. So that's probably, and I know that because my dad gave me my mom's old closet to use as like an art room. So I used her walk-in closet as like my little space, and I made that sculpture in that closet. So that's like a visceral memory of my little soda pop man like standing in that.
That's in fucking that tight.
Yeah.
I really like that story a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so without this becoming too much like therapy.
Yeah.
Because you're saying something that is like really,
I'm
identifying with.
Yeah.
How old are you?
You said parents divorced, and it was just
I was like, she got
nerve and Michael immediately.
Yeah.
How old were you when your parents divorced?
I think I was in like 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think, and like I said, without this getting too personal
That's
or too
okay.
much therapy,
Yeah.
do you think it messed you up?
I didn't think so at the time, and I think I'm realizing now, like as time goes on, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that it helped you artistically though?
Yes, I do.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too. I think that there's certain things about that time in my life when I really like dove into art, and it was like a time when I could. This is kind of a sad story, but like, so my mom would buy me comic books, like thrifties. They would have 3 comic books banded together.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 shitty comics, and it was like $5.
Cool.
And she'd let me get one if I was like not being a little bastard.
Yeah.
And then I would look at them and be like, okay, this one has a sick cover, so there's probably sick stuff in here.
Yeah.
And I would do this thing where, and I think it was like, it's obviously like a coping mechanism, but if my parents were fighting, I would go in my room and I would copy a page 1-to-1.
Oh,
and
shit.
I inadvertently taught myself how to draw. Like even the girls have been like, the way you draw is crazy sometimes. Because I just like look at something and then I'll just single line like, okay, this is how it goes. This is how it goes.
You are intimidating to me in that way. Your art, I think, is so good, and your drawing is
thank
very
you.
like, it sometimes I see you draw and I'm like, fuck, like I can't do that at all.
Andie, I know for a fact you can.
Thank you.
And you're super talented. Like,
Thank you. Yeah.
Don't do that.
I agree, but I'm just saying.
Okay, the other day, this was like such like an arrogant, shitty artist thing.
Yeah.
I was driving by a person doing a mural, and I said out loud, "I bet I could do that."
Yeah.
And then I instantly was like, "What the fuck are you talking
1000%.
about?"
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't. It would be the worst mural in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know what demon possessed me to become so arrogant for 5 seconds, and then it instantly left my body.
No, there's an art demon that does that, because I feel that all the time.
That's what it is. You see something, or like I'll see a tattoo and I'm like, I could do that shit.
Do you ever
I couldn't.
Yeah, or do you ever get mad when you see something that you like wish you made?
Let me get close to the microphone. Every day of my fucking life. It literally 5 minutes ago I was on Instagram, and then like in my head I was like, fuck, I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
It's just part of being an artist. That is what it is.
Yeah.
So let's go back to thank you for sharing your childhood trauma. I
Of course.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's not everyone's favorite topic.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So you originally, before you got into actually working like in visual arts and all of that, you were a dancer.
Yes.
And do you feel like it was that kind of like coercing from your parents, or was it something where you're like, well, I want to be creative and artistic, but I don't, like being a painter isn't going to do anything for me. So how did you get to there?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. My mom danced, I think, a little bit growing up. So I think that's what like prompted my first early dance classes, is she was like, it's something to, put my kid in. And then, I think it was my area not having access to like film industry was, never something that I considered. And I was already in dance. So I was like, yeah, this is, I guess, what I do. And it's my way to be creative. And but then when I came out here, I lived with other dancers. And there's some saying that's like I thought I wanted to be a boxer until I fought someone who really wanted to be a boxer. And that was like how I felt with dance, was like once I lived with other dancers and we'd get home from like 12-hour days and they'd be like, all right, what class are we going to tonight? And I was like, fuck, like I don't want to dance anymore.
Yeah, I want to go to bed.
Yeah, like I want to stay home and do some other shit. And so they'd go and like keep doing stuff and I'd be in my room like painting or drawing or something. And I think it was like, you know, over a couple years of doing that, I started to realize like, oh, okay, like my instinct is to go towards this other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still love dance. And it, you know.
Is it something that you still, I mean, you know, we'll get into it with all the music videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think it's really interesting that now that you're doing music videos,
Yeah.
those two things are starting to intersect with each
100%,
other.
yeah.
And much in the way that I've realized that my tattooing and being a fucking clown are starting to intersect with each other. And that's how we have the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Dance clown.
that's pretty much. I get here at work and I'm like, well, time to do it. Time to do the thing.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I'm going to steal that saying.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
such a good saying.
Yeah.
I really, really like that one.
Yeah.
What kind of dance were you doing at the time? What was it?
Kind of everything. I was in a competition studio, so very like Dance Moms-esque.
Sick.
Yeah. Which is also like a whole other some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like tap, jazz, ballet. And then the college I went to was a ballet conservatory in Virginia. And I only went there for a year because ballet is bananas. We had body evaluations once a month. Part of my letter grade in all of our dance classes, 15% was body composition. So I had a professor who never liked my body, and so the highest I could ever get in her classes was an 85.
Jesus.
Crazy.
DJ Michael Miguel, are you okay over here? You seem stunned.
That's just crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old were you?
18, college. Yeah.
Okay.
And you already start with an 85 because they're like, this isn't working for me.
Yep. 100%. And so we had body evaluations, I think every like couple months maybe. And if you failed 3, you get kicked out of the department. Jeez. So I failed 1 and I was like, immediately, I was like, this isn't for me. Like, I cannot do this. And I could see, and also ballet was not really my bag. Like, I think the dancer girlies will get it, that you either are a ballerina or you're not. And I very much was not. But yeah, so I really wanted to dance in music videos. So that was what brought me to LA, is I was like, this ballet, you know, conservatory program is not what I feel. And actually, on theme, I started getting tattoos as soon as I turned 18, which was a problem in ballet.
Okay, I remember you telling me about this.
Yes.
And they're like, no. This tattoo thing ain't going to happen.
Yeah, so all my first ones were on my torso so that in a leotard, I could hide them. And I would like dye my hair red or something, and then spring concert would come around and my professors would be like, you have to dye your hair back. Like, you can't be on stage like that.
You were just straight up too wild for ballet.
Too wild for ballet. Yeah.
You will appreciate this. On Monday, I got a tattoo of a ballerina.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Shout out Haley.
I know you love ballet.
I do. I'm obsessed
Yes.
with ballet.
Yeah.
It's the most interesting thing in the world to me.
It's wild. Yeah.
It is, I think, one of the only things that you completely and 100% give your body to.
Yes.
And you like break your body.
Yeah.
And it is like thankless. And like you said, like, I think for me, it's like you said, you put it really well, like either you're a ballerina or you're not.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about like being an artist or like being successful. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that like we live under this crazy spectrum and there's all these different things in the world. But like for me, in my heart, either I'm a ballerina or I'm not.
Yeah.
So it's like either you
Yeah.
give it 100% and you break your body.
Yeah.
Or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this tattoo. It's so sick.
I love that.
Shout out Haley, Mouse Teeth. Also, real quick, the shop she works at, the vibes were fucking atrocious.
Oh.
My God.
T.
Spill the tea.
Talk your shit.
Folks. Okay.
Okay, wait. What makes a good vibe?
How about this? Here's a wild idea. When you walk into the front door of somewhere and you're all a bunch of tattooers and you see someone who looks like me, my initial thought would be, hey, how's it going? Do you have an appointment today?
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair. Okay. Anything. I watched a bunch of 20 to 25-year-olds look up at me and then look back down. And then I went up to someone and I said, hey, I see that you're setting up a machine or a station. So maybe you're a shop help or an apprentice or just someone setting up. And I was like, I have an appointment. And she was just like, okay. And it was gnarly. It was gnarly. I've never felt more unwelcomed in a place.
She even said, "Damn, that's crazy."
Yeah, exactly. She gave me a damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. Well, your artist is not me, so go fuck yourself. It was a bummer. I hope that she gets out of that fucking shop.
Hate that.
Yeah, I'm not
Good
gonna name
tattoo, though.
names, but yeah, Haley's the best.
Yeah.
The second that I was getting tattooed, I was having a good time.
Yeah.
But leading up to that, I was like, man, I really don't like it here.
Yeah.
But I'm just an older dude with a bunch of tattoos. I am like the person generally that catches the most heat in the industry. So
yeah,
it's fine. We'll talk about it. So going backwards a little bit, what were your first experiences with tattoos? So like, obviously you're doing the dance thing and you wanted them badly enough to hide them where they're under a leotard.
Yeah.
What do you think led you there? Was it just like, they're cool, they're badass? What was it?
Yeah. I mean, I think as soon as I like first could understand what tattoos were, I resonated with them. I think the first moment that I was like, oh my God, I can like display art on myself forever. Like that's fucking sick. And I think it was probably a lot of like Pinteresty tattoos at first.
It's okay.
Like
we all
making Pinterest boards. And my dad is cool about tattoos. My mom was very not cool with tattoos. She's cool now, but so I also felt like I wasn't like, that was like my like naughty secret, was I was like looking up tattoos on Pinterest. and I was just like so stoked. And I maybe even like the day or two after I turned 18, I got my first one.
Hell yeah. What was your first tattoo?
It is a traditional mermaid on my ribs, and I let them talk me into getting color, even though I knew from the beginning that I only wanted black and gray. But I was young and they convinced me. So it's still my only color, which is kind of cool now to be like, oh, my first one stands out in that way. And where I'm from, Norfolk, Virginia, our city symbol is the mermaid. So all of our like taxi cabs have mermaids on them.
That's cool. I like that.
And when I would go out of town and come back, I would know I'm close when I like start seeing mermaid signs and like that kind of shit.
I thought you were going to say you knew you were close and your tattoo starts to glow.
Yeah, it starts burning. Yeah. Yeah.
Starts burning it.
You're like, oh, I'm close to home.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly. Mermaids real or not?
Oof.
Also, and did you see The Little Mermaid?
I did not, and I have not seen the original Little Mermaid.
Wait, what?
Woo! What a flex. So you are completely un-Little Mermaided.
I didn't watch.
Have you read the Hans Christian Andersen's short story?
I know, and I have seen very few Disney movies. I don't know. I think I just grew up watching like Forensic Files and doing art in my room. So I was like,
honestly, respect.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Now we're getting there. Yeah.
Okay. There's layers. You're like a super layered person. Okay.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Yeah. What was the question? What are we talking about?
Mermaid's real.
Are mermaids real?
I'm gonna go yes.
Do you think that they are like
Sirens?
do you think that they have like fishtails, or do you think they're like horrific creatures?
I think they're horrific if they're real. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're terrifying and
That's the Forensic Files coming out. Right?
Yeah.
well, and like sci-fi, which I know we talk about.
quite a bit, yes.
Big sci-fi lover.
Yes.
Yeah. So the sci-fi brain in me is like, well, their skin would have to be thick enough to like live underwater, and like, so I'm like, they're probably like fucking huge, and like they probably have to like emit light or some shit to so that's,
You're painting a really good picture, and it's horrifying.
Yeah.
Like it definitely would eat your face and then just swim away.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Avatar, the underwater Avatar?
I have actually.
It was good, huh?
Yeah, I liked it.
I watched it last week and we talked about it.
Yes.
I almost devoted my life to working for the Avatar films.
Really?
Yeah, which I know we haven't talked about.
Do tell.
It's just so random. When I dropped out of college, so I did dance in Virginia for a year, and then I moved here, did dance at another school here for 2 years that I thought was going to be more, well, whatever. My school here was cool, but I dropped out. Wasn't for me. And when I dropped out, I obviously was like, well, I have to figure out what I'm going to do like quick. And so I was just interviewing for a bunch of like PA jobs or office assistants or whatever. And one of them, I didn't know what it was until I got there. And it was in, I think, like Manhattan Beach or Long Beach. And I pull on and it's like a studio. And I was like, oh, okay, shit. And I'm walking in and there's like Avatar posters everywhere.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then I get in there and it was I think like an office assistant job for this series of movies. But they were like, we're looking for someone to sign on for like 10 years. And I was like, oh, shit. Because they're working on, that far ahead.
When you were watching I don't remember the teenage one's name, like Bond with Paya Khan.
Yeah.
Were you kind of like, damn, I could have been there for that.
I could have been that. Yeah.
I could have been in the boat with James Cameron.
Another thing that they did say though is that those movies.
Better.
Yeah. Those movies, one of the things that they were saying in the interview is because they're so obviously like heavy on animation, there's not really like a set to go to. It's all like, it's just an office and like people on computers for the most part. Which it just would have been so boring. So
that's not you.
No, not at all.
That's not you making.
But at the time, if I had gotten that, I probably would have taken it, and my
Crazy.
life would have been way different, or I would have quit.
You'd be like, you know what? Either send me to the planet of Pandora,
Yeah.
or I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So when you leave Virginia,
Yeah.
you decide to come to LA.
Yeah.
Was there obviously was it just the dancing thing and there's just more opportunities here? Is that what
I wanted to work more in like music videos and commercial dance. And the program that I came to out here was trying to revive like the old Hollywood. We trained people on a studio lot specifically for this. So it was a really interesting program because I technically was a dance major, but there's 8 of us, 8 dance majors. And then there were like 4 film majors and like 5 actors, and that was it. So it was really tiny. And we all had to do shit together. So we were all I was essentially making music videos then, organizing and working with the film majors together with the dancers and like coming up with these collaborative projects. So actually, at the time I dropped out, I was like, fuck this place. I'm never going to dance. Like, I'm not going to do this. And then now it's funny with the music video stuff. It's like really coming full circle. And I'm like, oh, I did actually like learn a lot about permitting when I was there.
Do you feel like you're like seeing that whole thing?
Yeah.
Where like everything's connected?
Yes.
It's fucking weird.
Very weird. And only like this year has that started to happen. And it kind of freaks me out.
It only gets better.
Okay.
I just like, I realize like, even like with producer Corey,
Yeah.
I realize like everything's connected.
Yeah.
And even there's like things where you don't realize it at the time.
Yeah.
Or like there's just like little things. If I would have said no to something, then my life would be completely different right now. So in the way that, had I not met this guy and then officiated his and his wife's wedding, I wouldn't be here doing this, which is fucking crazy.
It's so wild to think. Like if you really get into like the
nitty-gritty of it,
shit, it's like
it's pretty hectic.
Yeah, I feel that. So I did, I moved here to do music videos, and that's what I did for like 3 or 4 years. I danced in music videos.
Cool.
Which is cool. Got a lot of like on-set experience. But I did some like pretty big ones and got like $50 or nothing.
That's rough.
Yeah. And so I also had the realization of like, all right, well, this is like, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Just like realistically. Yeah.
Did you have any interesting like first impressions of LA? Or was there anything about LA where you were like, this is not Virginia?
I was a little disappointed actually when I first got here, because
were you like expecting like day one I'm gonna be like
magic.
in the hills doing coke, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hanging out around Gosford.
Yeah.
I did not see the weekend. He was not.
He was not trying to give me blow.
This
like,
was
what the
nothing like
fuck?
they said.
All I
Yeah.
saw was a homeless dude taking a shit. That's
Yeah. So I think I expected some like magical shit to happen and then being like, oh, it's just like a place.
Yeah, like there's cars and houses.
Yeah.
You
And
would have
then
been like, oh, a whole new world. Like, you don't know that song. So.
yeah. And then I think like over time, probably in the first like year or 2, I really was like, no, I fucking love it here.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was kind of the same way. I didn't like love it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I only moved down an hour down the road.
Yeah.
But from Orange County to LA, there's a big difference.
Oh yeah.
And my first maybe 6 months here, I didn't really love it. And then one day I had a really good day at the tattoo shop I was working at. And I went to, have you ever been to Jones's in West Hollywood? Mm-hmm. I went there by myself. And I had a gin and soda and a bowl of spaghetti at like 12:30 at night. And I was like, this city's incredible. So I've loved it ever since.
Yeah. Me at Cantor's, like midnight.
Yeah. Same type vibe. Type vibe.
Yeah.
Now, so you're like, you know what? I'm going to get away from the dancing thing. It's just not working. Financially, it's not viable.
Yeah.
What made you decide to kind of go the direction? Like I know we've talked about, you've painted a lot of murals and you like to do really large scale painting. What led you to that?
Yeah. I think I was like fighting being an artist because it was like too expected or something. Like I think it was I had done it.
You were such a good artist. You were like, fuck this. I got to push it down.
Yeah. Like I just like did it so often that I was like, well, it can't be this. Like that my, my like passion or my life's work or whatever, like has to be something more exciting than like the thing I already do.
Yeah.
So I think I also was like searching for something, and I was kind of like annoyed when I was like, fuck, like I don't think I have a choice. I think I am an artist. And now it's like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it's the best.
Thrilled. Yeah.
Do you have any type of art training at all? Or are you 100% self-taught?
Yeah, no, just I pour hours into anything.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the spaceship.
I think we're very alike.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys don't know. We're going to get to it soon. Andie turned her garage into a spaceship. And correct me if I'm wrong, the whole concept is just like if people come to like have a meeting with you or whatever, it's just inside. You're like step into my office and it's a spaceship.
Yes. Yeah. So we moved. Sick. Yeah, it is. It's fucking sick. Yeah. So we lived in West Hollywood for a long time. And then during COVID, we moved to the Valley. More space, cheaper. We're in like a very suburbia neighborhood. And we have a garage, which was very exciting to me. So, and I think we also were realizing in West Hollywood that like my work requires space because I build things and like, taking up our like shared office with whatever thing I'm building. And so our deal when we got to this new place was that I could have the garage to make my workshop. So I started doing like, normal workshop designs, just like cabinetry and a work table and whatever. And I was just bored. I was like, this is so boring. Like, I don't want to do this. And it was around the time that the James Webb Space Telescope was launching, which I don't know if you know anything about.
It's sick.
It's fucking sick. Yeah. And can I curse on this? Okay. I was like, I've been doing it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can totally.
I should have asked earlier.
No. I'm honestly, I really appreciate that you said that. The one note that my mother, sweet Victoria, gave me about the pod.
Yeah.
Michael, why do you have to swear so much?
Well, this time it'll be me. She can be mad at me.
I mean, listen, I'll probably be doing some other cussing while I'm here.
That's our first t-shirt design. Why do you have to swear so much?
That was her only, not like, good job, I like it. It was just, why do you have to curse so much?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I'm
that.
gonna keep cussing. I love to cuss.
Love that. So yeah, I just was like bored with all these normal designs, and the James Webb Space Telescope was coming out. So I was just like super into, and I've always been into space and like alien stuff and whatever. And then
we're gonna get there. We're gonna have a whole sci-fi talk.
And so I think just at a certain point, I started thinking about like, damn, like if we were a society where space travel was really normal and like we all had spaceships in the way that we have cars, like everybody just has one and you can go do whatever, like what would mine look like? And like what would an artist's spaceship be like? And then I just got stuck on it and I was like, I have to build it. Like I can't not. And yeah, so I asked my boyfriend, I was like, hey.
Hey, no big deal. Feel free to say no.
Be a fly on the wall for that. It would be so good.
No, and our deal was I got the garage, so.
Did you have like any schematics or anything? Or was there like dinner on the table and you were like, so?
No, he doesn't care. He's great.
He's chill.
Yeah, he's chilling. And yeah, it's not done. Because I've been very busy, which is great. I've been getting other work. And that was another thing is I think I started to see a path towards set design.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can like prove to people that I can do that if I build this thing and share it. And that was like how I started on TikTok, was building the spaceship.
Yeah, which is a really interesting thing. I mean, you and I have already talked about it. And I think that's something that between Instagram and TikTok, you'd have a really good job of other people that have been like Jess, who is like a hairdresser who's been on this show. You know Jess, right?
I know her Instagram, but
okay.
I don't think we've met. Yeah.
But she's like really good too. But she's kind of like sheepish about it and is like, oh, stop, don't say that, like whatever.
Yeah,
but I feel like you're like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
I understand the formula. Yep. I get it. I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And I think you would even said like it's fun for me.
It is fun. And I've been doing it a long time. I think even in high school dance, I was making little videos of everybody and putting them on like Facebook at the time.
Yeah.
And I had 3 YouTube channels. This is, the one that I have now, which I don't really use that much anymore. But yeah, I've been like an internet person for years and years.
That's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Which makes sense now that's like, now you're getting behind the camera with other stuff.
Yeah.
It's all, I'm telling you, it's
weird.
all coming together.
I know.
So going back to the tattoo thing.
Yes.
You're doing your murals.
Yes.
You're doing your art. You're like, fuck dance.
Yeah.
I'm an artist now.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some LA tattoos.
Yeah.
And you've been tattooed by me. You've been tattooed by Issa, right?
Yes.
Cool. I spoke to her this morning.
Yeah. I think Issa is how I think I may have gotten tattooed by Issa first, and then she moved.
Okay.
But I lived close to the shop.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, let me see who else is at that shop, and looked through everybody's Instagrams, and yours was my favorite. So I was like, all right.
Here we are.
Yeah.
In your experience, how is getting tattooed in LA? Was it different from Virginia? Or have you been to a lot of shops out here? Has it been kind of like a mix?
Yeah, it's weird because my only tattoo experiences in Virginia was I was like, I feel like I wasn't me yet. Like I was so young.
Totally.
And yeah. So the first shop I went to was in Winchester, Virginia, because that was where I went to college, which is like middle of nowhere, mountain town, Virginia. And so the vibe was just weird. And they were like, when I said I wanted it on my ribs, they were very like, no, you shouldn't do that. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of my only option right now. So can I please do that? And they were like, you should bring someone with you. Like, it's going to hurt really bad. You should have like a friend come in case you need to be driven home. And also like, you shouldn't do black and white. You should get it in color. Just really like a weird first tattoo experience. And so
that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
yeah.
that it was like that.
And so I brought my friend Richard with me, who was the only person I knew at the time that was heavily tattooed. And we were chilling. Of course, it was fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that and maybe one other tattoo were in Virginia, and the rest have been here. So
have you had generally good experiences in LA? Like the thing that I always ask, and especially like I said earlier, where you kind of were like, hey, you're a dude.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about getting tattooed by dudes.
Yeah.
Be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Is it something where it's like you just have to protect yourself because there's so many weird situations? In your experience, like, should you vet your tattoo artist? Should the gender not really matter? In a perfect world, would you rather get tattooed by women? Like what?
Yeah, I don't think the gender really matters as much as that. Like I also think it takes a couple appointments to like know. Like I don't think I necessarily can tell after one appointment if I'm like fully down with someone or not. And the tattoo artist that I was going to primarily before you and I met, I thought I liked a lot, and I had been tattooed by him 5 times maybe, so enough that I felt comfortable and chill. And then I like didn't go for like a year or two, and I gained a lot of weight, and I came back and I was like, he was doing a tattoo on my thigh, and I was like a little nervous about it because I had gained weight. And so I did the thing of like, well, I have to bring it up before he brings it up. So I came in being like, oh, I gained like, like 40 or 50 pounds or something. And he laughed at me. He like thought that was so funny. And I was like, okay. And so then I was done with him. And that was such a shock to me because I was like, damn, like I've been going to this guy for so long.
My head is fucking spinning right now.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hey, if you're a tattoo artist and the person you're tattooing says something really sensitive to you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm going to say it because I'm feeling weird. I may have gained a lot of weight. Generally just say, oh, well, thank you for sharing that. If you want to talk about it any further, we can, but I'm just going to drop it. That's probably a good thing to say because don't say I'm sorry. I'm not.
No. And he like cackled, like thought it was so funny. It was crazy.
That was my question. How was the laugh?
It was like hilarious to him. Yeah. That's fucked up. I know. Crazy.
Corey,
where he live?
Yeah.
I heard that the internet was no. I can't even bring it back up. I can't even bring it back up.
It's cool. The comment section is not kind to me sometimes.
Hey, internet, don't when Corey is doing stuff, producer Corey's doing stuff with his beautiful wife, don't say why is she with this fat guy? Like fuck you.
I get that with Will. People are like, because he's like, conventionally hot. He's an actor. I get those comments like, why is he with her all the time?
Who? Because
it's
you're
crazy.
cool.
I know. I'm
Because
cool as
you're a cool
fuck.
person. And
You
yeah.
have a spaceship.
I know.
And maybe
Nobody's
because
giving him a spaceship.
Yeah.
Nobody else giving him a spaceship.
yeah. And let's not forget that maybe your person is not a shallow fuck.
Yeah.
Anymore, he cares more about like being with a cool person who stimulates him intellectually.
Yep. How about that?
Craziness.
Crazy.
I hate it.
Also, just quit being jealous that it ain't you. Back the fuck up. Kiss my ass.
Get off my man. Yeah.
Honestly, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So do you think as someone, I know you do a lot of work within like the LGBTQ plus community,
Yeah.
and you're like definitely a champion for all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think that it is in the way that we are getting tattoo shops that are like specifically inclusive in that way, where it's like we are an LGBTQ plus tattoo shop? Do you think
Yeah.
that's something where like for you personally, are you like, I'd rather give my money there?
Yeah.
Is that
yeah, and I think maybe like more from a place of like I just know that that's somewhere that's going to be safe. And,
sure.
Yeah. So I think if I see that in like a bio, I'm definitely more driven to that. And I think I probably came to you right after that other guy, which is probably why I came to you so hard at first. I was like, yo.
yeah. It's okay. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, I'm like the mysterious tattooer where like I get linked up with women
Yeah.
and they're like, hey, you better be cool. Because like your Instagram
Yeah.
led me to believe that you're cool.
Yeah.
And if you fool me,
Yeah.
I'm like fucking done with this tattoo artist bullshit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not hard to be nice or like
yeah.
chill or whatever.
I
Like,
know.
It doesn't,
It's crazy.
it's not that big of a deal.
No.
So you're getting tattooed.
Don't be a scumbag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just don't be a
like-
fucking scumbag. Don't laugh at people when they tell you extremely personal
Yeah.
things. Like if someone was like, "Oh yeah, I gained a bunch of weight because I had a family member die and I was fucked up over it," and you went like, "Ha ha ha!"
Yeah.
What a horrible thing to say.
That's awful.
And that's
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, and actually, to tie it back into our dance conversation, I think it was post ballet world all of a sudden being like, oh shit, I'm allowed to like eat what I want, and I don't have people. Our body evaluations were like, you had to go in booty shorts and a sports bra, and they would measure every part of your body. You'd get a written report after. Yeah, so it's like no wonder that after that I was like, I'm free.
the life of a ballerina is so hectic. Like I'm so interested in it, but it's so hectic.
Yeah.
And now we can insert ad for food.
Oh,
Now you can eat all you want. See, this is how we get the money.
this stuff. Hey, again, Taco Bell.
No.
You gotta cut
Wait.
that out. Cut that out.
And also, I have, well, no, I shouldn't say it, but I did a sponsorship with them that got really fucked.
Oh, really?
Fucking take that shit out. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so none of that stuff.
We
They
bleeped it.
they owe me
Okay.
a lot of money.
No way.
Yeah.
We coming for that ass too.
Yeah.
I the thing is, can you just bleep out the name so that people are wondering who Andy's talking shit
Yeah.
on?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's marked.
Okay, cool. I like that. So fuck that company.
Yeah.
But insert your
Like,
company.
like we said, Taco Bell. Get Pete Davidson's goofy ass out and get us in.
Yeah.
Or Monty's or
You can pay me in dog piles. I'm cool with that.
That's so sick.
are you gonna try that new shake?
There's a new one?
It's
The-
like a strawberry Oreo joint.
That girl, she's like an influencer. She did like she's fucking beautiful. It's crazy.
Okay.
Because
Because I saw the strawberry Oreo one and I was like, of course they have that like 2 days after.
yeah, no, that's the one that I'm thinking of. It's like
Okay.
her
That shit
her.
looks so good.
It looks so good.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
And I'm mad because I went last week. I went twice within a week because we just happened to be at the Wiltern a lot. And fucking, they didn't have Oreo shakes the whole time I was there.
Do you want to go after this and get one?
I mean, we can if you want.
Do you want to?
I'm down.
You gotta drive a Castaic, dog.
I mean, well, he drove today. We'll talk about this after.
Yeah. Why are we doing this right now? Sorry, everyone listening to this. I don't know why we just did this right now. Okay. And Andy.
He's looking her up right now.
Yes, there we go.
Gigi Hadid?
No, it's not Gigi.
No.
Gigi Gorgeous?
Yeah.
She's a trans
Yeah.
person, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I think
Beautiful.
She has music, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Absolutely beautiful.
She has a milkshake at Monty's.
A movie. Oh, there's a movie? She has like a YouTube. Anyway.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now
So
we're plugging her shit.
yeah,
I know.
exactly. We're giving away
Yeah.
money over here. So you are doing your murals. You're doing your
Yes,
painting.
yeah.
You do the spaceship.
Yeah.
You're doing all this sick shit.
Yeah.
How did you get to the space where you are now, where you're like creative director, you're making music videos,
Yeah.
you are, like you were saying, you want to do all the set design, you want to have control over that stuff as well.
Yeah.
What led you there?
Yeah. In a way, it was kind of an accident because I have a great friend that makes really good music that I love. And I just really like wanted to make dope shit for her. And that was kind of the start. Probably like 2 years ago, I started like lightly. I would do some set design for some of her stuff, or I'd like make her an outfit for something. And then it just kind of grew over time. And yeah, in January, I directed the first video of hers that I had directed. And it just felt like everything. Because I think music videos to me are very like similar to choreography.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I was doing YouTube, I already had experience like editing to music and like storyboarding a storyline. And so I think if you don't know me, I can see how it would feel like a random turn. But it was very much like, I feel like all of my skills led me to this. And yeah, so I did the first one in January, and it was so fucking fun. It was so hard. Directing is very hard, but really, really rewarding. And then we just yesterday wrapped another one that I'm very excited about and I'm super proud of. And I feel like we just got even better this time. And that's, all you can hope for.
Please plug all that stuff so people can like see the music videos. So that they can get lots of people looking at it, people getting their eyes on it, all that stuff. How do they do that?
Ellie Moore, my beautiful friend. She makes dope music that I love so much. I'm convinced that she is the next big pop star. I love her so much. Ellie Moore Green Juice is the one we did in January. And I built a machine that you pour green juice into and a man pops out. So I built the whole machine. So I got to do a lot of the set design. And yeah, the one we just did is called Crybaby. And we did like an homage to John Waters' movie Crybaby. I don't know if you
love that movie.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
I really wanted to get Johnny Depp's tattoo for the longest. The panther that says Crybaby.
Yes.
Yeah. I really
So there's a tattoo storyline in that music video when it comes out. They we like took some of the shots from the movie and then the storyline kind of became its own thing, but I assume it'll be out. But when does this? How quickly do you put these out?
Monday.
Okay.
Might not be out yet.
Okay. Well, it'll be really cool.
We will make sure to like post it, and so that somehow the people that listen to the podcast can find a way to watch this music video. Because it's very important.
Yeah. Thank you.
So this is something that I'm curious about, and there's two things that I want to ask you that are unrelated. But
Yep.
number one, I've realized that like you have a really special brain because it's like you're an engineer, but you're artistic at the same time.
Yes.
Do you, because of that, like, do you still go home and just like sit down and draw, or do you still have like I guess like a desire to like, if someone were hit you up about doing a big mural, or do you want to go home and paint a picture, or is it like right now the music video thing is consuming you?
No, I like 2 or 3 weeks ago, a friend of mine, Sebastian Ami, a fashion designer, he made this sweatshirt.
Very cool.
They had an opening for their new collection, and I made him a big like photo that you can stick your head in a hole and you're like in a mural, one of those. So I did that a couple weeks ago, and it was so fun. And that was just kind of a back to what I used to do, just a painting project.
Really quick, would you be down to paint that if I do a free tattoo on you?
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
It just hit me. I got some quotes from some like sign painters.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of a lot of money for something that we're gonna leave in a year. So.
Oh fuck yeah. No, I'd love to.
Okay, cool.
Great.
The other question that I had for you, and this is kind of getting back to the music video thing.
Yep.
How do you feel about tattoos as like a visual art medium? So tattoos were a part of the music video.
Yeah.
Tattoos often are used in music videos, commercials, other things, movies. They're very, very much part of a visual medium. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think they're kind of being exploited? Do you think that it tells a story really well? Do you have any type of particular feelings on that?
I don't know that I feel strongly either way. I think it probably depends. I almost reached out to you to design the tattoo for this Crybaby music video. I don't know. I felt like I don't know. I should have.
I would have said yes every time.
Okay. Well, now we know in the future. But yeah, I think it just depends. I think like if it fits, it fits. I think there's also like anything, if it's in there for no reason, then like, yeah, what's the fucking point? But
yeah. Do you ever see those commercials for like like back pain medicine or something, and it's like a tattoo artist and he's like, oh, my back, like, do you look at that and you're like, this
funny.
Shit's so corny, or
that's
you're like,
really
no, that's
funny.
really fun. Have y'all not seen that commercial?
No.
There was for sure someone somewhere at some like advertising agency was like, I heard tattooers have fucked up backs. Let's make an ibuprofen commercial that is specifically for tattoo artists, and they're busted.
That's
You're
really
just
funny.
Shoving that to your algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rest of us.
Yes.
It into your TikTok.
Yeah.
And it literally is a person who could not look less like a tattoo artist.
Yeah, that's
and they're
funny.
just like, oh, my back. But I was like, you know what? I got to get more ibuprofen.
That's funny.
So let me ask you, what is like of all these cool tattoos that you have? Do you have any favorites? Do you have any favorites and
my
why?
gosh.
Or anything where you're like, this is like my sick, I'm an artist tattoo? Do you have anything that really speaks to you artistically?
Man, It's funny with how like particular I am about the art I make. I'm actually like not that particular about my tattoos. I am in the style that I like now, but I feel like sometimes I'll, if you post flash that I like, I'm like, dope. Like, let's get that.
Like an overweight frog with its arms crossed over his chest.
I was gonna say that one. I don't know how much.
I love that
y'all
tattoo.
can, like, see that.
I love all the frogs. And
Yeah.
that one's so fun.
No, the frogs are so good. This is not related to your question, but I got my first mistake tattoo recently.
No way!
There's
What happened?
Yeah, it's
Talk
not.
your shit.
It's not that big of a deal. And the guy was very nice.
Okay, good. As long as they were nice.
Yeah, super nice. I'm like not that worried about it, but it's a trumpeter, a man playing a trumpet, and there are like music notes coming out of it, and it was his flash, and I liked it, and we mirrored it to put it on my other arm from the way he drew it, and so the music notes all got flipped, and we didn't think about it.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't really care that much.
That looks fine.
That's I
But
wouldn't
that was
even
my
notice
first.
it.
Yeah. But that was my first experience. I didn't notice either.
That's just called making jazz. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
That's what I think he was like, oh, it's extra folksy or something. Yeah, like.
And that's a really cool tattoo.
Yeah. No, I love it.
I really, really
yeah,
like it.
really cool. And I didn't notice for like 3 days. It was
I thought you meant like I got something and I hate it.
Oh no, I feel that way about some of my like earliest ones.
Me too. It's okay.
Yeah.
don't we all?
But no, just my first one that I was like, oh shit, that is a mistake.
Yeah.
But
Here's another thing. Hey, everyone out there, tattooers. If someone just says that they want black and gray tattoos,
oh my god,
just do them. Just when you get to the end of the shading portion, just quit for the day. That's it.
Less work. You're
Save
done.
yourself like an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hours.
Really?
Both of these arms, I wanted them to be black and gray
I thought I remembered that. Yeah.
so badly.
Yeah.
And it was like, your tattoos will look unfinished. Your tattoos will look unfinished. Your tattoos will look unfinished.
Yeah.
And it was one of the, you should do it in black. You should do it in color, or if you do black and gray, it has to be like black and gray, and blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and like just let people get whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And again, if you're confused about how to make your tattoos look like mine or like black and gray or black work, just do the shading portion, and then you go, we're done today.
Yeah.
There you go. There's my secret, everybody.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Do you have any current? That one really got producer Corey.
It's just like the idea of somebody just being like, okay, just remember to stop.
Yeah, like okay.
Just stop. Okay, when you're done with the black and you're done with the shading, just stop.
You
They
can
like
do
get halfway
it.
through pouring out like 10 colors, and they're like, wait, I was supposed to wrap you up right now. That's right. Oh my
Something
god.
I wasn't supposed to do. Fuck. What was it?
Okay. Oh, start color.
Yes.
Just wrap them up for the day. Ugh. Anyways, is there anything that's like really super inspiring you right now? Anything that like, and are you really gonna just keep pushing for the music video thing? I know before
Definitely, yeah.
we went on mic, I was asking you if you want to potentially parlay this into making like TV or movies or whatever. Movies? Why did I say that weird? Movies.
Yeah.
But you were saying you kind of want to stick in the space of music videos.
Yeah, I think because I've always had a connection to music, I actually don't know if you know this about me. I almost went to college for classical piano.
Wait, do you know how to play the piano?
I do know how to play the piano like pretty well. I don't play it that much anymore, but at the time,
I'm so fucking jealous.
yeah.
That's like a weird, I guess they're called intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
I wish that, and I truthfully hate this person, but have you ever been to, no, not like I'm saying in general. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a party and there's someone that knows how to play the piano?
Yeah.
And they start banging away on the
Listen.
keys, and I'm just like, all right,
Careful,
we get it.
but- Because-
But then I'm always like, in my heart, I'm like, I wish that was me.
Yeah.
It's the same guy that like picks up an acoustic guitar and is like, yeah, I know how to play Wonderwall.
Yeah, wait. Listen though.
But is that you?
I need to formally apologize to everyone who knew me from when I was like 13 to 17. Yeah. It was I went to a summer camp. God, I know so many people that I go to summer camp with or went to summer camp with are going to see this. I'm so sorry.
Just breaking out Vanessa Carlton.
I would like convince. Wait, that's so funny. 1,000 miles.
He knew which one it was.
I'm so embarrassed. Okay, I'm sure there's videos of it. I would like make the camp counselors let me play songs at lunch. So people are like peacefully eating lunch, and I literally would be like, yeah.
Do you realize that like you were like born to be a star? Like you have it. It's crazy.
I kind of agree. Thank you, but I kind of feel that.
Okay, so we were talking about the movie Air.
Yeah.
And also, even though everyone hates it, I think the show The Idol is fucking tight.
Okay.
I've become obsessed with the idea of like stardom.
Yeah.
And like people are stars or they're not.
Yeah.
And people like that, like it quality.
Yeah.
And the people that like every single thing has pointed you to this place.
Yeah.
And it's like the universe being like, yours is really obvious. It's crazy. It's like palatable.
Thank you.
Because you're like, I'm sensitive to music and I'm sensitive to art.
Yeah.
And I like to be behind and in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But you were born to do this shit. It's crazy.
Thank you so much.
It's true.
I feel that. And I think because it's been so like, it feels sometimes like I switch careers every 5 minutes. But it's starting to all like make sense and check out. And I really do feel like I was meant to do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So thank you. I feel that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is anything really inspiring you right now? Like any music,
Oh.
any music videos, any shows, any sunsets, anything like that?
Cute sunsets. Damn, do I have no answer for this?
Listen. I get inspiration from very sad places, so it's okay. You can
I think I'll say like film wise, I've been very into like the exploitation era of films recently.
Oh,
Like,
it's so good.
I know it's so good. And I also love the like lore behind it. Like I was just listening to a podcast about Jane Fonda in Barbarella, which also probably one of my favorite tattoos. I have a Barbarella.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On my leg. Yeah.
Have you seen Faster Pussycat Kill Kill?
No, and it's been on my list for so long, and I think you and I have talked about it a few times.
I feel like you would be like a wellspring of inspiration. For you.
Yes, I will watch that tonight because it has been on my list. But yeah, the like campiness of that era, I really, really love and really speaks to me. And I hope I can like translate into my work. And yeah, so I'll say that.
You will. And
Thank
I think that there's a lot of like artistic discourse that happens in the world about like where people get ideas from.
Yeah.
And I think to truly be an artist is to take all these different things and then like almost like a blender, and then you blend it up in your brain and you put it back out.
Yeah.
And I think that's like to truly be an artist. I think the whole good artists create, great artists steal is kind of a throwaway thing.
Yeah.
But I think in reality, it's like a good artist or even a great artist, just anyone who creates, if you can take all these different things and if you say like, ooh, I really like the way this looks and I like the way that this looks, and I'm going to blend it up in my brain and then this is how it looks to me.
Yeah.
To me, that's the stuff that I love to see.
Yeah.
And it's cool when like you see someone that just like has the gift and you're like, now draw this, now, and like, that's cool. But I'm the type of person where like, I need to look at a bunch of different things and then put it in my brain and then put it out. And I feel like you're very similar.
Yeah. Well, and I think you and I have probably talked about this before.
Yeah, I know the fucking flies making me crazy.
Just saying the same thing.
I think I like struggled. I think that's part of why I struggled with identifying as an artist when I was first leaving dance, because I'm not like a classical oil painter. So I was like, well, that's not, in my head, like I'm not what I think an artist is. But I think it's the fucking mindset or whatever. Like it's the thing in you that's like, I have no choice but to make things and put things together and like do anything I can to not be bored.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's funny interviewing you versus interviewing my buddy Sean, who's like a classically trained painter.
Yeah.
Amazing painter.
Yeah.
Super talented.
Yeah.
But he's like, I hate art.
Yeah.
I hate art and I hate everything.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I just want to have fun. I just want to be bored.
Yeah.
But I think that's like very interesting. I don't think you have to be classically trained.
Yeah.
If anything, most classically trained artists I know are fucking stress cases.
Yeah.
And I at the end of the day, like if you feel like if you're compelled to be creative, like you and I are, just do it.
Yeah.
Fuck what everyone else says. Just be creative, even if it's putting weird things together.
Yeah.
Do you what was that? Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. If there's anyone out there who sees your online presence and is like, wow, she really fucking crushes it.
Yeah.
And she really understands what she's doing. And kind of getting back to the spaceship as well. And it's like funny and sad at the same time, but because you were building the spaceship and you told me you got thrown into construction worker TikTok.
Oh my God.
And there was a lot of hate going on and a lot of people being like, she's not putting up fucking particle board correctly and stupid shit like that. Is there any advice you can give for people out there, whether it be positive, negative, how to deal with the bullshit, how to just like block it out, how to be successful?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It's hard to block it out sometimes. And that issue specifically with the drywall was like, so I think that was my first, I get, hate comments are something that comes with being online. And so I'm pretty used to them, but that was the first time where all at once. It was like every time I opened my phone, it was 99 plus notifications from TikTok. It was like
Oh my God.
constant. And it was just everyone calling me stupid and like that I didn't know what I was doing. And it's hard. Like I don't want to pretend that it's like, oh, just like don't care.
But if people are calling you stupid or an
Yeah.
idiot or a dumb girl, it's like that after a while that affects you.
Yes, absolutely. And I think, God, I think it's just time. I think you just have to have enough experience getting a lot of hate that you finally are like, you know what? This is going to happen. I'm sure some other video I post is going to get hate in a way that I don't expect. Because I think that's the other thing when it's difficult, when you're like, oh, I'm putting up drywall. Like, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. And then some jerk off for some reason, Captain
Yeah.
fucking Drywall over here is like, you're doing it all wrong.
Alerts all the other drywall bros. And all of a sudden, yeah, it's the biggest TikTok I've ever posted. Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty much, from my understanding, how it went
Yeah,
down.
yeah. I think it may still be the most viewed TikTok I've ever posted. And it was one that I wasn't even going to post because I was like, this one's kind of boring to me.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the internet? What's wrong with the internet?
God.
And more importantly,
That's the
what's
question.
wrong with people?
That's actually the question. Yeah.
No consequences is what's wrong with
It's
people.
that.
Yeah.
I just
Like
like
people would ever say any of this shit to our face.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Yeah.
and like God forbid that like someone has I don't know, a passion project.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, and actually, I will say one thing I did learn, and this is maybe just for me personally, but I really respect and love the TikTokers who can like clap back at a good comment and be really like clever and witty back. I have tried to do that a few times and it never works for me.
You're like, ha ha ha, I got him.
Yeah.
Dead silent.
Yes. I had
Actually,
one.
no, that was a dumb comment.
Yeah. I had one. God, this is actually like kind of sad, but this relates a little bit to the dance stuff. There was some trend. I think it was Teenage Dirtbag, when people were posting like old photos of them and then videos now or whatever. And someone commented like, you age horribly or something.
Yo, that's fucked.
And so I was like, oh, I'm going to tell them. And so I like made a response video and I was like, just so you know, like the person that you were calling hot was like underage and had an eating disorder and like all this shit. And they like double down and they were like, no, I still think you're aging bad. And I was like, fuck.
You're like, well, time to delete TikTok.
I did. No, so I literally deleted the video and I was like, okay, I'm out.
My bad.
So I think for me, what I have learned is to just not interact. Like I can't. Yeah. And that's kind of all I can do. And be surrounded by good people and all that stuff. But
because all the discourse, like none of it matters.
Yeah, and none of it is like actually happening in my life. It's all on my phone.
The thing that like I've been like kind of like beating this drum for a while, and because I think it's like kind of sad, is that it's not, so to me it seems like there's so many people that are unhappy.
Yeah.
And like that's their only way to connect is to like share that unhappiness, and that's a really, really sad thing. Like I wish that the internet was a place where like you could get 99 comments of people supporting you and being like, that's so cool, I want to build a spaceship too, blah blah blah, like all these different things. But unfortunately it's a little ambitious.
Yeah.
We're inherently very strange creatures.
Yeah, I wish we could pre-screen people for internet accounts. Be like,
what a glorious world it would be.
yeah.
But who knows, there's people that could potentially think I'm annoying. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's people that are like, his like positive like vulnerable thing is too much for me.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's chill too. Like I'm gonna be me.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, that's chill.
Yeah.
Where's the spaceship at? How close are you being done to spaceship?
Well, I think like I'm pretty close to it being, so I had never framed anything before when I started.
And we're talking about like you created a frame.
Like literally like construction framing. Because of course I had to make it hard for myself. I couldn't just build it in the garage. I had to build a circular room within the garage so that the spaceship would be a circle because it had to. And so the framing took me a really long time. So everything up to now has been like really difficult, and like installing, it has like a sliding door that looks like it's all metal panels. And that took a really long time.
The idea of doing this is stressing you out,
So
DJ. I'm like,
Seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Deal with the hate is crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, and then on top of that, it's like I did a good job of drywalling today. 99 hateful comments.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Use the wrong screws, dumbass.
99 every time I opened the app. Yeah.
You're better than me. You're better than me.
God, yeah. That was, I definitely, I think I didn't post for like probably a month after that. I was like, you know what?
But then it's so shitty because then like the fucked up people win.
I know.
And they're like, that
I
fucking
know.
stupid girl, that's right, stay out of construction.
I
Like,
know.
ah!
Yeah, can't win.
It's weird that construction TikTok's a thing. Like, who gives a fuck?
You know what's crazy? Everything. TikTok.
I know. There's
Yeah.
an everything talk.
I've
Like,
been addicted to watching these two girls play The Sims.
Oh.
They will spin a wheel and like randomly pick a theme for a room, and then I watch them build a fucking Sims room about it. Anything has TikTok. Though.
I mean, for me, it's just like food TikTok.
That's
That's the only one I'm interested in. I don't want to be on tattoo talk.
Why not, dude?
Are we gonna have this conversation? Do you have another hour?
I'll tell me about you, baby.
It's, you know what? Like for me, the recipes are really, really interesting and cool. Outside of that, I super don't care.
Yeah. But the spaceship is,
Give me out of 100%, how close are you to being done?
I think if you walked into my garage and looked at it, you would be like, this is 10% done. But I think because the framing and like, you know, building a sliding door that works and all that stuff took me way longer than like painting it and stuff is going to take. I think I'm probably 60% done.
Ooh, that's really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can I tell you, whenever like on my Instagram stories and like I see your little avatar,
Yeah.
I'm always like, today's the day she's gonna be like, the spaceship's done.
I actually, now that this music video is finished, because again, directing is very hard. So it's been taking up like all my brain space for the past month or so. But I've really been itching to get back in the spaceship. So I've really been like, all right, when this one's out, I really want to take some time to do some more spaceship content.
So speaking of the spaceship, you and I
Yeah.
are big science fiction.
Oh my God, yes.
Science fiction heads.
Yes.
Now there are people that would disagree, but do you think that science fiction is the best like subculture genre of them all?
Oh.
Is it the Grand Cham?
Yeah. Yeah. For me, 1000% easy.
What is your favorite like science fiction thing ever?
My God. Hard questions. I do love Barbarella. I don't know that that's like full science fiction, but I recently read Project Hail Mary, which I think I might have told you about.
Yes.
Love.
Are aliens real?
Yeah.
Hard hitting question.
I wanted to like do that, like the cut off, like, are aliens real? Let's talk about it quickly now.
Absolutely. 1000%. Okay. Then we can get into like full conspiracy theory, you know,
Okay,
land.
I'm ready.
Where and I'm not saying I believe this. I'm just saying it's a
Are
thing.
you on conspiracy talk?
If it's aliens, yes.
Okay, you're on alien conspiracy talk.
Yeah, there's a belief that that aliens came here when Kennedy was president, and he like signed an agreement with them that gave them permission to abduct people in exchange for like some of their technology, including people think that's how we got Kevlar, like bulletproof vests and stuff.
Okay.
And again, I'm not saying I believe it, but
Isn't that also with like Velcro.
Yep. And yeah, and something else.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm on it. Yeah. But I love to think about it. I love the idea that they're chilling and they've been here and we're like so dumb and have no idea.
Have I asked you the so beautiful, so dangerous question before?
I'm not sure.
There is a really, really famous graphic novel from the 80s,
Okay.
mid 80s, called So Beautiful, So Dangerous. And what it's about is basically these two barflies are drinking and a spaceship lands and the aliens are like, you've got 1 hour to decide either you're getting on or you're getting off. And if you don't get on, just know it's going to be a wrap for the Earth soon. But there's no way for you to know. You just have to trust us.
Whoa.
And these two barflies are like, well, we're both alcoholics and losers, so let's do it.
Yeah.
And the whole graphic novel is them shooting around the universe doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Okay. I talk a lot of shit, but I think I would actually be terrified. I think I would be so scared.
Just because like they close the doors and they're like, aha, just getting your food.
Well, I mean, can you imagine? Have you read The 3 Body Problem?
You're the one that told me about it.
Oh, okay. The food thing reminded me of
Yeah.
them being like,
it's a really, really good science fiction novel, but it's very, very, very upsetting and very heady.
yeah,
I actually had someone else that I tattooed be like, you gave me a bad recommendation. Yeah.
Too much?
They fully were like, bad recommendation.
too much. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot. They basically can, it's been a long time since I read it, but they can like VR into people's eyes so like they can control shit, and at some point it just tells all the humans you're all bugs, which is like your food thing just reminded me of.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I think in reality, especially if there are aliens that are capable of like coming here, we are so stupid to them.
Yes.
And awful and violent and horrible, that I would be shocked if they wanted anything to do with us.
Yes.
Just for the listeners, what was that called again? And we can
The 3-body problem.
It's a very good novel. It's very good, but it's
Yeah.
just really heavy. And if you're not into hardline science fiction, it's probably not for you.
Yeah.
I actually am like 100%. Let me tell you, they're never going to hear these words, but shout out Ira Glass and This American Life, because they just did it like an alien episode. And one of the acts, they do like the acts. One of them is the dude with H. John Benjamin, the guy who does
Bob's
Burgers voice.
Archer, yeah.
He and someone else are reading a short story about these 2 aliens saying like, well, they're just made out of meat. Like
Yeah.
they're just meat. Like they have no what's up?
High Strange with Payne Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, he usually does like murder podcasts.
Yep.
And that's how I found out about him. And then that High Strange shit came out, and Sarah fucking loves aliens. So she was like, we are listening to the whole fucking thing. And when we were driving out to Arizona to go see Taylor Swift, we listened to that podcast the whole way there and the whole way fucking
Isn't it
back.
so good?
It's so fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking
I
about
listened to the first one a couple days ago, and I'm in. Yeah.
Damn, we're giving so many people fucking love on this podcast
Yeah.
right now. It's crazy.
As we should.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Science fiction is dope.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say where people can find you? Do you have any big plans for music videos? Is there, if people want to get murals, if they want to hire you to direct their music video?
Yeah.
And then we're going to get to a really, really good, spicy mystery question.
I can't wait. Yeah. I mean, I think any of my socials, Andie Arbo, on TikTok, it's Andie Arbo. Yeah, message me, find me anywhere. I'm down for whatever. I think, yeah, like we said, I'm just like, I am itching to make things at all times. So if there's anything you want me to make you, I will do it. And yeah, what's your mystery question?
Okay.
every fucking week.
Wait, also, can you
Do y'all know-
can you spell out
Yes.
your social media handles?
Yeah, Andie Arbo is ANDIE ARBO.
Follow Andie. She has a really fun TikTok. She has a really fun Instagram.
Thank you.
See the spaceship, see music videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually like everyone I follow has great content, but yours is very, very good.
Thank
I've been on
you.
the creep as we're recording, and I'm like, there's some cool shit.
There's some cool shit, right?
Thank
And like
you.
Andie be making stuff.
And the way you
I-
put up drywall is very good. I'm just saying.
Did you hear?
Great fucking job.
Listen,
Great fucking-
thank
if
you.
you knew a thing or two about drywalling, you would say it's pretty good.
Thank you.
Wait, aren't you a electrician by trade?
Yeah.
So if you need any help with electrical
Okay.
stuff, if you have any,
I actually, that's so funny. Electrical is where I really don't know anything.
Gotcha.
And I have a lot of shit that I want to make that I'm like, damn, if I only knew how to wire that.
There you go. Let me know.
So this is
do
good.
you, that's like your thing,
I mean, it's my dad's thing. I'm just kind of like the paperwork
but
guy.
you know how to do it.
I'm the paperwork guy. He's kind of taught me a couple things, but mainly the paperwork guy.
Yeah.
You be turning them on.
Yeah. You know.
Hell yeah. Yes.
I try to think of the what is it, Matthew McConaughey line, and he's like, "Yes, they do. Yes, they do."
God, don't say that.
I'm just saying, it's a good little.
You're saying that you stay the same age, but the electrical gets younger. Yeah. No. You get older, but the electrical stays the same age.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my pops he's the major dude, so if you have any questions, I can relay them back.
Okay, great. I'll talk to your dad.
I mean, you live in the valley, so it's
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
far of a drive.
Okay, cool. Where do you live?
Lancaster.
Cool.
There we go. Look at that friendship. You see this friendship?
Building.
The
Yeah.
whole point of this fucking
Spaceships.
podcast is friendship.
Build.
Exactly. Tattoos and friendship.
Yeah.
That's what
Love
it's
it.
about. I should have called this tattoos and friendship. Fuck.
Start over.
Is it too late? Is it too late to change the name?
It's never too late.
It's never too late. Well, I think
Season 1, episode 1.
and I can't. After I've gotten some really funny comments about why I'm obsessed with season ones and like, why are we on season 2 now? Like, why didn't you just do them in succession? But whatever.
I thought it was a great idea. I mean, like, I understand.
It makes sense in my heart.
When you first brought it up, I was like, okay, like weird. But then I was like, nah, I'd fuck with that. Like, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It leaves area for people to like kind of chill on their expectations. Like, we'll do 10 episodes, and sometimes we'll take a break. Sometimes we won't.
We won't. Exactly.
There you
go.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
I hope so.
This one's really funny to me because it's really stupid.
Okay, do you guys know what it is?
No.
Okay.
No, that's what makes it even more
Only
funny.
writes mystery question every week.
Okay.
Sometimes sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but
it's okay.
There were times in last season where I was like, this motherfucker is making it up right now.
He just thought of this right now.
Because there was some deep wizardry shit that was going on. And I was like, there's no fucking way he thought of this.
That's really funny.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think about them like nonstop. And that's why, again, I was so hurt that Robbie was like dismissive of his. Because I was like, dude, I'm like doing the dishes and I'm like, well, what about this? What about that? Like, I'm in the shower, like,
shop. I'll never forget about the sandwich shop one.
Dude.
Yeah, that hurt my feelings.
So would you open the sandwich shop? No.
And
Dead silence.
And then he goes, well, like, don't you like love sandwiches? Like, yeah, I like to eat them, not make them.
Marissa threw down the gauntlet.
yeah, that's rough.
All right.
So I assume you have like a business email for your music videos.
Yeah.
Let's just say, okay, next week the music video goes out into the world.
Yeah.
And it gets like a lot of play.
Yeah.
And Jenny Kim, is that her name from Blackpink?
Yeah.
Is like tweeting like, hey, I just saw this music video. It's so sick.
I'm getting nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like all these, Olivia Rodrigo, oh my God, I saw this music video. It's so cool. Harry Styles, I saw this music video. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're watching your emails. Crazy.
Yeah.
Opportunities.
Yeah.
Opportunities.
You even just saying this theoretically is making me nervous.
Why?
I don't know.
I'll just say that like when you go through the ceiling and you go from normal person to like to like the one.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that day.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry tears of joy. I'm going to high five Corey. I'm going to high five Miranda. I'm going to high five DJ Michael Miguel.
We'll meet here again. Group
exactly.
high five.
We did it. We made it.
Yeah.
And you're going through them and you're going through them.
Yeah.
And you see one from kwest@gmail.com.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is a very, very, very well-written email from a Mr. Kanye West. And he's like, listen, Andy, I've been doing some therapy and I am going to be putting out a new single. And this single is going to like change the world. And this single is going to be like nothing you've ever heard before. And I talked with the people that are also the guest artist on the track. And we want you so badly to direct the music video because like you're the voice that like we're missing. And so many people in your camp, we've lost them and we want to get them back.
Yeah.
And you're like, we, okay. And you go to the bottom and the track is Kanye West featuring D Trump. And the song is called Let Me Be Free. And they're like, we're going to offer you
So specific.
millions of dollars. And you know that even with the hate and even with the craziness, this is going to make you famous.
Yeah.
And you do have an option to make them look like fucking weirdos. But at the end of the day, it is going to be a pro, like their America, MAGA America music video and song that is going to feature Donald Trump rapping lyrics that Kanye West wrote for him. Would you do it?
Okay, first of all, hard no from the beginning. However, the thought of,
but again, like I said, you could make the most fucked up music video
and
ever.
that is what does pose an interesting question. If I have the opportunity to make them look, however, like wait a minute.
You do like a chin stroke.
Yeah,
like,
there is something a little bit tempting about like having the power over those two people.
Yes, exactly. And you're like putting them in like dumb outfits. You're making them like pick up dog shit or something.
I'm gonna say no.
You're still gonna say no.
I'm still gonna say no. And this is actually really fitting to a conversation I literally just had today with the producer of this music video I just did, Tina, and she produced Green Juice as well. Lovely human. She just had a film go to Tribeca, and she was speaking on like a panel. And someone, I don't remember what the question was, but someone asked her some question, and she, like, on the stage, her answer to the question was something that she's realized recently is that it is possible to do this work, and I think, you know, for her in that moment meaning film, but whatever the artistic work is, by just focusing on working with good people. And people can get better at their jobs, but you can't teach someone to like not be shitty.
Yes.
And there is a path by prioritizing. I only want to work with people that I like and fuck with and that I know are good. And that really spoke to me literally today. And so my heart is saying no.
Your heart is going to say no.
Yes.
Okay. Second part of this.
Oh, no.
God.
Shit.
Okay. You say no. You say, Kanye,
Yeah.
Mr. Trump, I'm sorry. It's just not for me. My integrity costs more than $10 million. And it's just, I can't do it.
You put that real number on it.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
And you know they got it.
And they for sure, they got it, that and then some. Well, Trump might be broke,
Or I was going
but-
to say, or Russia has it. But
yeah, somebody's got it.
Yeah.
So you're getting paid from somewhere. You're getting a direct deposit from someone.
yeah.
They bounce you back another email.
Okay.
And Kanye is like, yo, please just like meet with me and DT. Like, let's just do a quick Zoom. We're only asking. That's got to be his rap name, DT.
Yeah.
We're just asking like 5 minutes of your time. And what we have to say is going to change your mind. Okay?
Okay.
You jump on the Zoom.
Yeah.
And there they are, looking weird as ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucked up haircut and everything. Kanye's probably like inside like a bubble or some weird
Yeah.
thing.
Jacket
Or Kanye's like underwater in a scuba suit.
I was
and
going to
he's
say,
like,
have you seen the people think Kanye is a clone now? New Kanye is a clone.
oh, no way.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
With Gucci and Britney Spears and Avril
Yeah.
Lavigne.
Yeah.
I think those
yeah.
are all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
clones.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. So
Okay.
clone Kanye.
clone Kanye, DT.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Clone. I like that. And Donald Trump is like, you know, in his weird ass voice, he's like, yo, Andy, like if you choose to direct our music video, obviously like we're going to shoot you $15 million. You get carte blanche.
Yeah.
You can do this video exactly any way that you want, even if it maybe doesn't paint us in the best light. And he gets like real close to the Zoom screen and he's like, I'll give you one secret of the world.
Whoa.
You could actually know
Aliens.
if the Kennedy shit is legit.
Aliens.
Or aliens? Hey, dog, the Kennedy shit is legit for sure.
Well,
Well, I mean, like,
You just ask me and I'll tell you.
no, but like him meeting up with the
Kennedy alien.
Oh, I thought you meant him being assassinated.
not the
I thought, okay, no bullshit. I thought you were being funny. And I thought you were being like, knowing that she would say aliens, you were like, or you could find out if Kennedy was assassinated by our government. Ha ha ha. I didn't realize you were talking, you were circling back to what she said.
damn.
That one killed fucking Corey.
I fucking love you.
One secret of the world,
God.
$15 million, and they can't tell you no on set.
I do have to say, like, my honest like life's goal is to know the truth about aliens or not. Like I so badly hope that I'm alive to know, which I feel like you knew, which is why this is
Why
the
I add
question.
this addendum to it?
God,
Really
And the
nice.
price went up.
the price went up to 15 mil.
And when he said 10,
Listen.
back a little bit. Oh.
Yeah.
And just know, once the music video comes out, everyone's going to want to know who Andie Arbo is. Everyone. But you got to take the sweet with the sour. You're going to be getting a text from your homegirl at Tribeca
Yeah.
that's like, Andy, how could you? I thought you were an ally. I
Tina.
thought you were one of us.
Tina's gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, Tina's going to be heartbroken.
Here's $150,000.
Yeah.
How about I
yeah.
back your next movie? And she's like, you know what? I love you.
You're right.
I think I will take the deal.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to say you chose wisely, correctly.
Yeah.
But I think that you were pragmatic and you just did what you had to do.
Thank you. I feel that as well.
And just, okay, but think of all the fun, imaginative.
I'm like kind of mad about it, but
You're gonna like get home tonight and you're going to be like, fuck, now I have to direct Donald Trump's and Kanye West's
Yeah,
music video.
yeah.
I have to start storyboarding for it.
Like they're gonna see this and be like, great.
yeah, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
Corey, do you think a track would be good? Let Me Be Free by Kanye West and Donald Trump.
Kanye West has written a good song in like 10 years.
But let's just say, like, for the past, like, I mean, he's been out of like the social consciousness for like a year.
Yeah.
Okay, this entire time they've been working on it.
Yeah.
And like all of Donald Trump's raps are like insane, like putting out world secrets and like him being like, catch me in Mar-Lago. Like I'd be hiding classified. Like it's like the most insane bullshit you've ever
I think
heard.
that I would be entertained to hear it, but not a fucking single chance.
Yeah, you're right.
But I do think there's an opportunity to be like, oh, yo, the director of this video really clowned on them, and we love that.
Okay, so that's the last thing I'll ask you tonight, and then we'll wrap it.
Okay.
What do you think, like just off the top of your head, like what is the most embarrassing thing you can make them do?
God.
It's just a truck outside.
Hello?
Or a spaceship landing, perhaps. Whoa.
This is it.
Yeah, it's finally they're here. You're going back home.
It's all connected. Yeah.
You said the Kennedy thing, and they're like, they found out.
Dude comes in.
Yeah. Full invasion. They heard us making this recording. Yeah. Can't let that happen.
That would suck. People would be like Michael said, his fucking new podcast.
Cut the cameras now.
Yeah. God, I kind of got nothing, but I'll go with maybe if there's a way to like fool them into my spaceship that they think is fake and ship them the fuck off of Earth.
Okay, cool.
For real, and then they're gone.
I like that.
Yeah.
I would just I would make the entire music video would be Okay, I did just think of this one right off the top. The entire music video would be a Rube Goldberg machine.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the metal ball goes down and then it hits the switch and it lights the match. And
I would build the shit out of that also.
Okay.
So I'll build it for you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah.
And at the very end of it, it's Kanye West and Donald Trump standing, and then it's just hands that pants them. And that's it. And then
All right.
Just a close up of their dick.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're standing there and they're like chatting, and then it pantses them,
Yeah.
and then it's a zoom in on their dicks in the music video.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell
not
yeah.
only they not even have
And
to
you're
really-
watching it for like 5 minutes being like, what is this machine?
what is going
like,
on?
what's
Yeah.
going to
You're
happen?
expecting to see them like rapping and stuff. No, it's just the machine.
You're only
Yeah.
in the video for like 8 seconds.
8 seconds, and it's them getting, and it's like 4 seconds. No, it's 2 seconds of them, and then 6 seconds of dick.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I'm into that.
Zoom in.
Yeah, slow zoom
Yeah.
in.
I think that's it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what I think America needs right now.
Yeah. I'll be with you on that.
Okay, cool. Then it's decided. Hey, look at me, music video director. Andie, thank you so much for being here. This
Thank
has
you
been
for
so
having me.
nice. You were so easy to talk to. This has
Yeah.
been so chill and fun. Everyone knows where to find you.
Yep.
And thank you again to everyone for listening. This has been another riveting, exciting, science fiction-y and mystical episode of By Appointment Only, aka what was it? Tats and Friendship?
Tattoos and Friendship.
Tattoos and Friendship.
Check us out on YouTube now.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube. Check us out on TikTok. Please subscribe to all that stuff. Give us 5 stars wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you to everyone that listens. Thank you to everyone that gives me really funny feedback, my mom included. And this is just me reminding you to be tatted, stay tatted. Please be good to each other. Please be good to each other. If you're a tattoo artist, just be nice to the people you tattoo. And other people, just be nice. It's not hard. I love you all regardless. You're the best. This podcast was produced by DJ Michael Miguel and wonderful producer Corey Dunn. Our theme song is by Javi. Shout out Javi. And everyone have a wonderful night. Andie, thank you again for being here. You're
Thank
the
you for
best.
having me.
We'll see you later, everybody. Bye.